I'm currently back home in Pittsburgh. Say hello to Rizzo. But I can't stop scrolling through my TikTok feed without seeing one thing right now: Adobe Firefly in Photoshop. Okay, let's talk this new outfit that I got on here. We got this corduroy jacket that you saw in the last video. Check out this new vintage tee I just got. Look at that. That's one of a kind. Those vintage stores get me every single time. We got these Nike pants, not exactly sure what the style is. And then of course we got the off-white dunks on. Could there be anything better about it? Let's use Adobe Firefly to fix that. I'm gonna back up so you can see all of me. Stand here, and now I'm gonna pull a frame from this clip. Already I've seen people change outfits, I've seen people remove things from frames, and removing things has gotten easier and easier throughout the years. Select Rizzo, generative fill, agree, remove the dog, generate. Give it a sec. Oh, and Rizzo is now gone. That's insane. So that was always possible before, so that's not the crazy thing. We want to start out easy. And the cool thing about it is that it actually just adds a layer on your entire image right here. So you can undo that, and all it is a layer on top of your main image that you imported before. That's really nice, makes it very nice workflow wise. So now let's make this a little bit crazy. Let's change my jacket. Select this. We're going to do a rough selection because I'm testing to see how good this really is. Generative fill. I feel like they could have done a better name than. Let's go change my jacket. Simple. Let it load. I don't know if my jacket was the right thing to type there. Maybe not. Look at this. It gave me a mustache. What the heck is that? Let's go to option 2. Why is it giving me a beard? Alright, this isn't that crazy. Select subject. Cool, so it has me selected. Now we're going to get the lasso tool, and we're just going to very roughly deselect whatever is not the jacket. Deselect that. We're going to go here, deselect that. Cool. So I think that's better. This doesn't have any of my face now. Generative fill. We're going to say change the color of the jacket and make it some different styles. Generate. Option 1. Look at that. I mean, it changed the jacket. It's not that good though, because I still had my hands selected. So now it's like you look like Michael Jackson, like I have some gloves on. So we removed things. Let's change my shoes. Let's see how much it actually knows. So get that marquee tool. Let's select the shoes. Alright, generate fill. Change my shoes to a pair of Vans. Those aren't Vans. Alright. Well, that's not how we're going to use it because it struggles with the grass there. It makes me look like I have clown shoes on. Let's see if we can make myself animated. So this, we're going to do a rough selection. Select that. And let's go generative fill. Let's say make the subject an animated version of itself. Generate. I'm trying to see what we're working with here because I have no idea how really good this is, how bad it is, if it's actually going to be usable. Whoa, that's kind of cool. This is going to change the game for YouTube creators. This for thumbnails is going to be absolutely massive. Thumbnails are always kind of a thing where I feel like I'm held back because I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not any kind of special Photoshop or Illustrator artist. But if it can give me a starting point and if it can really do these kind of things, I'm excited to see how I take it in the direction of adding little animated text to my title, of adding little animated text to my thumbnails, or changing half of my face. So maybe half of my face will be animated, the other half won't. Trying to mess around with different features so that we can use this to our advantage and it can save time. That's all I'm trying to do with these AI tools, is find the ones that can save me time and just make my life easier. I'm not trying to have it replace my job. I'm trying to have it do things like this. Make my thumbnails, help me get my ideas across. Instead of hiring somebody, I can now get it across myself. I don't have to hire a graphic designer, a thumbnail designer. Yes, there's still ideas that need to be come up with, but I think I can come up with the ideas, and then if this can help me make it, it's going to save me a whole lot of time. Let's just try and totally remove this. Remove the cement wall. One of the things that I heard somebody talk about with AI recently that I totally agree with is how it's not going to steal jobs. All it's going to do is create new ones inside of the AI. So this right here is a perfect example. I don't necessarily know how to select the subjects, how to actually tell it what to do. The new jobs, and this is from Colin and Samir, so shout out Colin and Samir. The new jobs are going to be the people who are good at giving the AI something to get the best output. You still need to tell it what to do, but if you know what to tell it better than I do, it's going to save you more time and you're going to get what you actually want, while I'll be sitting here complaining that it's not that good. So right there, it kept my shadow. Kind of made it weird. Made it like I was sticking my arms out, but maybe that's because of how the animated character is. But if you look down in this area, this is so much cleaner than it would have been before, where there was the fake generative, where you did the content aware. That would not be this good. It seems like this AI is pulling from a lot of different parts of the image and not just copying and pasting things. It's actually creating a new part of the image, which is amazing. So now same thing, we're going to grab that photo from our downloads, drag it over top of that Adobe Photoshop beta. Pretty low resolution. Let's see if we can actually select everything, generative fill, make the photo higher resolution. I'm trying to see if you can get it to spit back. Oh, there it is. It has limits. You can't make it a higher resolution. Alright, well, I know it's a low resolution, but let's try something out. Now let's go ahead. We are going to select roughly the image. We're going to leave the edge exposed. Then we're going to go to select inverse. Once we go there, let's go to generate. Add more to this photo. What the heck did it just give me? So let's go ahead. We're going to select sky. And I know this is something that you can do, but we're going to go replace this sky with a sunset. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to try and take it to a whole different level after it gives me the sunset. And now we're just going to select the whole thing. And we're going to go generative fill, make this photo be during the winter. This will be insane if it can do this. It changed the entire photo. So this right here is kind of interesting. No, I mean it tried, but it's almost like just spit out a totally different photo. Last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try and expand a photo more from my Europe trip. This was prime J. Alvarez Joey. Wannabe J. Alvarez Joey at least. Grab that photo, throw it into Adobe Photoshop. All right, now let's go 4,000. Let's see how much we can get out of this. 4,000 by 4,000. Now let's go ahead. We're going to select this image. We're going to select inverse. Generate fill. Let's leave it blank and just see what it does. We'll let it do its thing. We don't have to tell it what to do. We just let it use its creative freedom. All right, that's amazing. That's really, really cool. Maybe it's better when you don't tell it what to do. So right here, even we go back in and we just go remove the subject. I mean, look at that. That is so good. I didn't expect anything different, and this photo just totally got manipulated. Alright, so for the future of photo editing, this is going to be an amazing tool to have. But what do I look forward to the most with using this, and also how do I think it could get better? One of the ways I think it could get better is adding resolution. Now I know that sounds like a crazy idea, but there's already AI tools that can add resolution to your photos, and it doesn't technically add resolution, but it can create pixels and make it so that you can blow a 10 megapixel photo up on a billboard. That's pretty amazing. So if Adobe could add that, I think people would really use that, and I think it could be a great way to revive old images. That just gave me an idea. I should do a video colorizing a photo with this. I wonder if you can do that. Alright, stay tuned for that one. But what am I most excited for? I mentioned the YouTube thumbnail making. It's going to make my life a whole lot easier whenever I'm creating those thumbnails, because I'm not a graphic designer, and it can help me get my ideas across a whole lot better. Another thing I'm excited about is removing things from photos. For a while, yes, we've had content aware, but content aware always has these little quirks about it, and it was good, but it's not good anymore with this new generative AI. I don't think it's really going to be used a whole lot anymore, and it just seems like Adobe has done a great job of making this new tool with Firefly analyze a lot more of the photo and create new elements, versus content aware was just using a clone stamp tool without you using the clone stamp tool. There were always these little quirks that you couldn't really iron out, and if you're creating more grass, like in the example that I showed, if we did that with content aware, it would just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. It genuinely looks like the grass that was added to the bottom, they factored in depth, and they factored in actually still making the photo look three-dimensional and not just removing that piece of cement. After all, this is a great tool that I'm looking forward to using a whole lot more, and I think it's going to be a fun one to learn as I go. And as I use it in different ways than I didn't really see myself doing, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know how the wording can really get better, because I really think that's a huge way to use this to the best of our advantage. Have a great day. Peace.